The boy from a young age had a strange disease. Eat and drink evenly in a bubble. This story begins as a boy. Since birth, the immune system is very poor. From the moment of birth, it must always be in a hospital isolation room. When he was 4 years old, his mother could welcome him home. For a healthy, mature body, parents therefore have to make an isolated bubble room. Whether eating, sleeping or playing games, can only be in that ball. Friends of the same age teased him. But Jimmy is very happy growing up. Until one day she saw a girl named Julie. At that time, he found out he was fascinated by her. After that, he always watched her every action. Suffering being angry at yourself because you cannot be like a normal person. Julie's friend says he's a monster. However, she still went to the Jimmy's house to find him. See you, look at the tube to his room and go up to the second floor to meet Jimmy. The two of you just like that and become good friends. They are always singing and dancing together. Feelings increasingly enduring. Julie's birthday evening, she wants the present Jimmy gave her as a kiss, but the bubble is a barrier between the two. Julie wants him to open the door, but Jimmy feared letting Julie in would make himself die. Thus, it is only possible to deny Julie's request. The two's relationship gradually faded. Not long after that, Julie had a boyfriend. Jimmy stood on the floor and saw two lovers together. He feels very hurt. He was so quiet he was depressed. Then Julie came and said she was married. Ask what he thinks. Jimmy coldly chased her away. Also returned the gift that Julie gave him earlier. Julie grieved, left a goodbye gift and left. After Julie left, Jimmy opened the gift. On the gift there was a small text, "I love you." He finally understood Julie's feelings. He decided in 3 days to go to Julie's wedding in Los Angeles, to prevent this marriage. He made the bubble move by himself. While his parents were sleeping alone, he sneaked out and walked over to Julie. Jimmy went to the bus station to buy a ticket. The ticket seller found him weird, so he didn't sell tickets. While crossing the street he was not careful, so he was stabbed. Everyone got off the bus to see how Jimmy told his story. They all agreed to take the car together. On the car everyone was happily singing and dancing. New friends gave him an identical handbook. After watching, Jimmy thinks that those friends are XJT. Jimmy Bai opted out of the car. XJT is a group of followers. Under the guidance of Godfather, they found out Jimmy is the person they need to find. Everyone was amazed. The parents discovered the sun was out. Immediately alert the police, but they are still not assured. Parents can only find their own son. Not long after, Jimmy saw a man on the street. You help him fix the car. In return, this man gave him a ride. After arriving in the city, that person brought Jimmy to the bar. In the bar they dance frantically. Look at everything, a little bit of attachment. But Jimmy decided not to miss any more time. Ride a bike on the road alone. Suddenly in bed he met his parents. Parents are so emotional. By mistake, Jimmy flew into a train car. In the train he met a circus monster. The circus boss is a very ferocious dwarf. The staff there have been pinched for a long time by him. Jimmy told his boss about his purpose. The boss laughed Jimmy and said him monster bubble. Even said Julie wouldn't be by your side. Jimmy got angry and rammed the boss one, then went to the restaurant. Everyone considered him a monster and locked him inside. During the chaos it spilled out and burned. He felt himself about to be burned. At that moment an Indian boss come and save Jimmy and the boy to let the boy sit in his ice cream van. Then the careless boss and into a cow causes it to die. He thought that the cow was sick and died because of the cow and made sacrifices. Jimmy could only keep going. While looking for a son, they met a circus owner, Jimmy's informant boss. Jimmy's parents went to bring the boss with him. To save time, Jimmy wants to rent a car. The age of 25 cannot pay the car. At that time, the neighboring shop had a rap contest. If the month will have a bonus, Jimmy has reached the champion and received the reward. See you outside the door the day before. Everyone lifted him up and carried it. In the chaos the driver quickly helped him escape. There was a grocery store by the side of the road, and he called Julie. But her fiancé is on the phone. He told Julie, out of sympathy, he made friends with you. Even advised him not to hurt feelings for her. Jimmy finished listening really annoyed, and then sat on the side of the road drinking wine. Mom and Dad finally found him. Preparing to return, Jimmy's father looked at his painful gaze. By the time when Mom didn't notice, Jimmy's father let him go. At the most important moment, the driver tore up the jet and flew over to rescue Jimmy. In the last moments of the wedding, Jimmy pushed open the door and entered. Jimmy tore the balloon and kissed Julie. Then he fell into a coma. All eyes were on the couple. Jimmy slowly opened his eyes. His mother said that he was actually gone when he was 4 years old. Locking you in that bubble is just protecting you. Jimmy finally successfully took Julie away. Not long after that, Jimmy and Julie celebrated their marriage. In everyone's laughing greetings, no matter how much hardship and difficulty it went through. Just bravely chase and then your loved one will come to you. Thank you for watching.